What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's from... Wow, I fucked that all up. It's from the Crypt. That's what the channel's called. I was about to say it's Rustbeard, but that's not what we're recording on.
Oh, man, you're doing that again, huh?
Honestly, I don't even, like... I feel great, all things considered. So I don't know why I just fucked all that up. But
I think my tiredness is just rubbed off on you.
yeah, maybe. Anyway, how's it going? What you been up to?
Oh, it's going. Another day in paradise. What about you?
Yeah, same, honestly. I know we just recorded a couple days ago, so, I mean, honestly, not much has changed. I got my Oblivion glitch taken care of. Somehow it just fixed itself. But...
Oh, what glitch?
I didn't tell you about that?
No, we didn't even talk about that the other day. No.
Oh. Well, I killed a Minotaur, and this unicorn came out of nowhere, right from behind it, and started attacking me. And I was like, where the fuck did you come from? And it just kept on attacking me. It was, like, hostile, and it was just not leaving me alone. And I picked a straight-up Oonga Boonga barbarian type, character. And that's the style I'm playing with, so I'm trying to swing this big-ass Warhammer at it, and it's not doing anything because it doesn't take physical damage for some reason. It was only taking magic damage, but I can't do fuck all for magic. So
yeah,
I just started running away, and it chased me and chased me and chased me and chased me and chased me. And I found, like, multiple groups of other NPCs, all of which immediately started targeting this unicorn and started shooting at it, not doing any damage. It just had... like 100 arrows in its side, and it was just like whining and screaming at me and like attacking me, and it would chase me, and all these people. Now I had this mob of people coming after this unicorn, attacking it, and it was attacking me, and I just couldn't get rid of it. And I was just like, you know what, I gotta go pick the kids up. I'm gonna fucking just save this right here. I'll deal with this later. So like yesterday I jumped back on, still fucked up, and I was just running all over the place trying to get rid of this thing, and I ran all over the goddamn place. It just wouldn't leave me alone. And then,
so, like, even if you fast travel,
I couldn't because it was targeted as an enemy.
Oh, yeah, because you're in combat. Yeah,
it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me fast travel at all. So I was like, whatever, dude. So I just kept running, Forrest Gump style, and like
I was going somewhere. I was running.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, you know what? Leave me the F alone, dude. And at some point, I was like, or Meg said, did you get rid of it? The combat music stopped playing. And I was like, what? Oh, it did. Because I just forgot, because I was just carrying on my own business, just letting this unicorn attack me. I didn't give a shit. I must have gotten far enough away from it that it just finally forgot about me and left me alone. So it just like fixed itself. So that was pretty cool. But
oh, shit.
Other than that,
That's good.
Nothing's changed. Good old, same old Oblivion. Glitches and all, but
hey, that's half of the charm of Bethesda games.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, other than that, just been playing Oblivion. Played a bunch of Marvel Rivals today with Toby, and even Cheeks jumped on some Rivals today. That was fun. He actually was doing pretty solid. Thanks, Cheeks, for not completely wiping our ass with our team. Yeah. Just kidding, Cheeks. I love you. I haven't really been listening to anything. Oh, I checked out the new LVID album. That's been pretty cool. Checked out some Bleed From Within, because I believe they're going to be at the Poison Ascendancy tour opening for Trivium and Bullet.
Nice.
Yeah. So, cool stuff, man. Bunch of good music coming out this year. So that's good. That's good. Love that.
Yeah. Today I was checking out the new Wednesday 13 album per suggestion of my buddy Matt from Champaign, and yeah, I'm definitely digging it.
Hell yeah. All right, well, if that's the bulk of the updates, what are we talking about today, Derek?
Today we are talking about our top 10 albums from the year 2012.
The year the world ended, the fifth time.
Yeah, that we know of, but we're just in a simulation now, so.
Yeah, none of this is real.
Nope.
From the from the Crypt is just a figment of your imagination.
I can't tell if Karen and Jacob just got back, but I heard somebody outside just. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Somebody's dying outside my house.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Nope, never good at all.
Someone heard you say this is a simulation, and they were like, "Oh, they found us out," and it's the aliens coming out to put us back to in our cryo chambers or whatever.
Whatever happens, just keep recording.
Yep.
May I live on fondly in your mind.
Before I die, I'm gonna upload this recording to YouTube so people can see we were abducted by aliens.
Facts.
It's just how it is.
The truth is out there, but yeah. No. Okay. Rules. No re-releases, no remasters, no live albums, no compilations, no EPs. EPs and singles. Everything I've listed can be an honorable mention, but it cannot be in the top 10. What I miss? I think I always miss one.
I think that was it. Usually it's the live albums, but I think you said that.
Yep.
Usually that's the one you forget, but I'm pretty sure you said that. So.
All right. Hell yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
So I started the Nintendo list last time, so I'll let you go ahead and start.
Yes. Okay. So, starting it off, number 10. This album was released September 17th, 2012. And just last year, I actually had the joy of seeing this band live in Las Vegas. I am talking about The Killers. And the album I am talking about is Battleborn. Not even going to sugarcoat it. When I first heard this album, when me and Karen were just listening to do a Killers Top 10, did not really sit well with me. But as time went on, like Runaways, The Way It Was, like especially The Way It Was, like I love that song. Like Brandon Flowers just has like this kind of like Roy Orbison-esque voice to him, especially like on like Sam's Town and this album as well. Just it hits me and makes me feel like I'm like 5 years old hanging out with my dad again, listening to like fucking Only the Lonely by Roy Orbison. But yeah, no, this album was really good. We got to see him play a few tracks off of this, like Runaways. I think maybe Miss Atomic Bomb. I can't remember exactly. I know it was all Hot Fuss and then a few other just kind of random things. But yeah, very good album, very chill album, especially compared to what we both normally listen to. So it's definitely a good change of pace to have, just to throw it out there and then just chill and jam. But
hell yeah,
yeah, number 10, Battleborn by The Killers.
Nice. Yeah, I think we've definitely talked about The Killers in one of these before in the past, I think. But yeah, they never caught on with me. It's just one of those bands that I knew everybody was like really digging at the time that they blew up with
Mr. Brightside.
Mr. Brightside, yeah.
Somebody told me, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, cool. Sounds good, man. All right. What do we got? Number 10. So, as I was telling Derek a minute ago, this was a rough year to pick these albums. It wasn't rough as in there was no good music coming out, because there's plenty of good music out this year. And all the albums I'll talk about today, even my honorable mentions, were still, I mean, they're all good albums, you know. But when
they're not great albums.
Right. When I go to pick my favorite albums from each of these years, you know, I want it to be something that I listen to a lot, you know, something that even I probably still go back to today and listen to. And my 10 through 6 were just kind of like default picks for me, because for some reason there just wasn't a lot of albums this year that I remember going back to listening to over and over and over again. So I was trying to think back to 2012 and what I was listening to, and it must have just been older music or something that I was listening to, because yeah, some of these albums I do remember jamming to, but not nearly as much as I had on like previous lists, you know. So anyway, my number 10 was released August 14th, 2012, and it is Blood by In This Moment. And this is the last album, probably by this band, that I actually cared about at all. And this is the album where I personally seen their downfall, and I know a lot of people obviously seen their upbringing, because like this album kind of popped off with the big crowds, you know, and everybody and their mother was playing Whore and Blood, of course. But I'm gonna be real with you, dude. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. There's a couple songs on this album that I really, really, really like 1111, for example. Maria just absolutely blows the effing roof off of the house with 1111. I mean, she just showcases her range like probably better in this song than she does in a lot of songs that they do. Adrenalize is always fun to listen to. That riff is just fucking ball pounding, and I love the hell out of it. Comanche's pretty cool. The Blood Legion's pretty cool, but Blood is worn on me. It just doesn't hit the same anymore. Horror was never great, in my opinion. I know I'm not the target audience for it, but it was so overplayed as it is, and from the beginning, I was just like, why is this the one that people are like buzzing about?
Is it Adrenalize was on this album, right?
Yeah, Adrenalize was pretty good. I liked Adrenalize a decent amount, but Horror was just like, is it because she said whore? And it's like very taboo to say that, you know? I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know why it was so like mind blowing.
It's controversial.
Yeah,
it's controversial.
Speaking of controversial, from a much more controversial artist, they also covered "Closer" from Nine Inch Nails on this album. And it's actually a pretty decent cover, I'm not going to lie. Solid cover, for sure. But, yeah, I don't know. Their previous album, Star-Crossed Wasteland, was just, in my opinion, significantly better, as were all of the albums before this album. But this one was good. And I still listen to a couple of songs, like I said, 1111, Adrenalize, Comanche, but this was the last album that I gave a shit about in this moment. Anything after this was just like, what are we doing? And I feel like they started to like copy and paste the Pretty Reckless, but making them just a little bit heavier and a little bit more edgy. And it just stopped sounding unique. Stopped sounding like In This Moment. Sounded like everything everybody else was doing. So, anyway, I'm going on a tangent. Number 10, Blood, In This Moment.
I have this down as one of my honorable mentions because, back in the day, like when the song Blood was dropped, I knew nothing about this band. And I was like, okay, this is kind of a banger. But then overplayed. Mm-hmm. And even Adrenalize got to the same thing. Like you were saying, like it was like Blood and Whore. No, it was like Blood and Adrenalize, like in my group. That's and fair. I was like, okay, it's okay. Like, and then, 1,000 more times, and it's like, fuck that, I don't care. So, yeah.
They didn't play it so much, or if they had not played it so much, it probably wouldn't have been as bad for me, but even still, this is not even close to their best album. Like, not even top 3 of their best albums, so I don't know. But anyway.
No, I definitely do confer. Yeah, I agree on that one. Okay. So, number 9, this album was released April 10th of 2012, and I'm going to be honest with you, I still actually have not, I've listened to this album, obviously, but it has been probably at least, we'll say a decade since I've listened to it in its entirety. I pick and choose from this album. But yeah, did I say April 10th already? Okay. The album is Thick as Thieves, and the band is Pavo. These guys are from St. Louis, and they broke it big with their first album, Bright Nights, Dark Days. Had a #1 mainstream rock chart, or rock single on it with Champagne. So then the follow-up came, and the album was still, I think it was on par with that, but it just didn't quite get the footing that the first one had. Thick as Thieves, the title track, I think it's a fucking banger. I like it more than Champagne. I mean, Champagne's a rocker, but I don't know. Thick as Thieves just hits harder for me. But yeah, they were never really. They never hit that level of success again, like most bands do. You know, first album awesome, second album they kind of fade into obscurity, like Crossfade for example.
Yeah.
First album, everybody had it. Second album, they put out a second album. They actually put out a third album too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say
I had to dig for those. I was like, oh wow, this exists. Oh wait, there's a third.
Yeah, it's like the second album had some good stuff on it. Third album, I did not like it all. It was
same.
like, okay, just go. Your first album, classic.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Thick as Thieves, Celebrity, War Within. They're definitely songs that I have like in my 2012 playlist. So when I'm cycling through that, I am bumping these. But yeah, just band that more people need to check out, I guess. But number 9, Cavo. Thick as Thieves.
All right. Number 9 for me was released February 10th, 2012. And it is Helvetios by Elviti. This is the last album by these guys that I kind of like followed. This is not the same case as In This Moment, but definitely at this moment in my life, I could see a pattern with these guys that was like starting to shift into kind of the copy paste territory where a lot of their stuff was just sounding the same after a certain point. This was the last album I felt was like had its own stamp, and it was like a good album. I still listened to a couple songs on this album, but it was never Everything Remains as It Never Was, or Selenia, or The Arcane Dominion, or anything like that. So, unfortunately, this is the last one that I listened to heavily by these guys. And they just recently came out with an album. I was actually listening to it today. It's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty cool album so far, but like all of the more folk metal stuff, like the folky instruments and stuff like that they do in this new album sounds stupid cool, but they're really heavy songs for some reason just sound like they're from this album. Helvetios. So I'm like, I don't know. I think they're having a hard time finding a place amongst the folk metal, Viking metal, whatever you want to call it, crowd. And maybe they've run out of ideas. I don't know. But anyway, this album is pretty fun. It is still a fun album. Helvetios is an awesome song. The prologue at the beginning of the album is also really cool. They always do really cool like intros and shit like that. Havoc. A Rose for Epina. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. Overall, it's a cool album through the whole thing. It's just not where I would start if you want to get into Elviti. But number 9, Helvetios by Elviti.
All right. This entry, my number 8, is a lot heavier than my last 2 entries. So there's that. Released June 1st of 2012. We have got Phantom Antichrist by Creator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, all I'm going to say
I don't think I've listened to this album, but I have listened to Creator before, obviously. But
oh, dude, yeah, my buddy Casey got me hooked on these guys way back in the day. Because he is just metal up your ass and out my mouth. Like, that's how much metal, like, he lives and breathes it.
Hell yeah.
But, this album was freaking awesome. I didn't even, like, get around to, like, finding this album until, I think it was, like, maybe November or December of 2012. But Phantom Antichrist, Death to the World, United in Hate, I mean, like, they've just got this, they're a German thrash metal band.
Right.
And I love thrash metal. And it fucking hits a chord and makes me want to hurt people a lot.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah. Number 8, Phantom Antichrist by Creator.
That's funny you mentioned that, because my next album also makes me want to hurt people, and it is also significantly heavier than the last 2 albums I talked about.
Hey, there you go.
But anyway, it was released October 19th, 2012. by a band called Thy Art Is Murder, and it is the album Hate. This album bangs. The whole thing bangs. The album artwork bangs. I mean, it's just vile how heavy it is. No pun intended from the song Vile Creations. But yeah, dude, if you ever get a chance to listen to anything by Thy Art Is Murder and it's not Holy War, definitely check out Hate. This album is just fucking awesome. It's heavy, it's brutal, it's deathcore. It's pretty much what you would expect from a deathcore album. So like, there's that, and that's probably why it's as low as it is. But I think at this point in my life, I'm just at a weird place with deathcore as a whole. Deathcore is just kind of like finally like decompressing in my head, and I'm like able to see that a lot of deathcore is honestly not really that unique anymore. There's just a lot of stuff that's already been done a million times, and it's hard to find stuff that's unique. And this is I wouldn't say this is in that category, but for me, because it is deathcore and because I've got albums on here that are just significantly more unique and outstanding, it's probably why it's so low, but still a banger of a fucking album. No hate whatsoever. It's well, it is called Hate, but no hate for the album, I guess. It's still a banger. Definitely check it out. But yeah, number 8. Number 8, Hate. And that is the second of 3 in a row, as a matter of fact, that I have that start with the letter H. That's funny.
There you go.
I had Helvetios, Hate, and then my next one also starts with an H. What the hell?
Okay.
Matter
Number
of fact,
7.
my next one you probably also have in your list, I bet.
Oh, I know what it is already. Hold on, let me just go ahead and type it in since you gave it away. Okay. Okay, alright, it is typed in. Alright, number 8. This was released October 8th, 2012. I have got Monolith by Celosis.
Okay.
This was the first Celosis album I ever checked out. A person who is no longer a friend of mine recommended it to me.
Right.
And I remember the first time I listened to it, I was donating blood, or actually I was donating plasma when I lived in Champaign. No complaints, it paid my rent. But I remember putting it on, and normally it was like a 45-minute process. I was done in 30, because this album literally just got my fucking blood pumping, dude. Fucking Out From Below, The River, Monolith. This whole album is like, it just says, oh, they're a heavy metal band. No, this is a fucking thrash album too. And I want to read you this quote really quick from Metal Sucks. A little more than halfway through Out From Below, the opening track, the band breaks out what must be one of the best Metallica riffs that Metallica never wrote. Then just 20 seconds later, the band suddenly but seamlessly transitions into what might actually be the best Metallica riff that Metallica never wrote. Like, this album's got some serious fucking riffage. Yeah, I feel bad that I actually haven't listened to this album lately, but I did throw it on the other day and I was just like, fuck, this shit still hits. But, yeah. Number 7. 7, right? Monolith by Celosis.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I fuck with some Celosis. Okay. Number 7. My third H album in my list in a row was released October 22nd, 2012. And it is
I'm just too good.
House of Gold and Bones, Part 1 by Stone Sour. Yeah, I listened to the shit out of this album, I ain't gonna lie. I listened to this album a decent amount when it came out. I don't know if it's a deep cut or not, because I don't know a lot of people in my circle that listen to Stone Sour a lot other than you and Toby, I think. I don't even think Toby listens to Stone Sour all that much. But Influence of a Drowsy God, I think, is probably my favorite song on the entire album. I love the shit out of that song. But yeah, this whole entire album's a banger. Gone Sovereign's fun. Absolute Zero's fun. My Name is Alan is fun. I don't really have a lot of bad stuff to say about it, really. I enjoyed this album a lot. It's just not one that, like, it's not one that stuck past 2013, 2014 for me. I listened to it a decent amount when it came out, and I listened to it a decent amount throughout the next couple of years from then. But I haven't found myself going back to it, is the thing. But now that I've made this list, I probably will. I'll probably go back and listen to it again. But yeah, and then I'm pretty sure they did a House of Golden Bones comic book too, didn't they?
Yeah. I never checked it out,
but yeah.
Yeah. I know that they did put one out.
I seen it at a comic book store one day. I was like, oh shit, that's the name of a Stone Sour album. And then I looked into it and I was like, oh shit, this is this is exactly what it is. But yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool album. Number 7, House of Gold and Bones, Part 1. I'll keep it short because I have a feeling we're going to talk about it again.
We just may.
We just might.
Okay, number 6. This album was released May 11th, 2012. And, yeah, it's Rise of the Phoenix by Tenacious D. This album, while I don't think... I prefer Pick and, just self-titled Tenacious D.
Absolutely.
This is still awesome album for me. Freaking low-hanging fruit. The roadie, like, I remember seeing the stuff they did from, I believe it was BlizzCon a few years prior, where they played, like, Death Star and Roadie, and just Jack Black and, his face in general is just so fucking hilarious. Me and my buddy, we just kept replaying the same part in Roadie from the live performance, just because of Jack Black's face. Like, I'll have to see if I can find the video, because we were just literally in fucking tears, dying.
Hell yeah! I love Jack
But yeah,
Black.
you got Throwdown, the music video for "To Be the Best." I mean, that song's awesome, and then closes up with 39, which is a very kind of Neil Diamond might not be the right way to say it, but I think that's what they were going for with actually a lot on this album.
Yeah.
It definitely has a place in Tenacious D's, catalog, even though I will say not as good as Pick or Self-Titled.
Yeah.
But, yeah, number 6, Tenacious D, Rise of the Phoenix, and the Phoenix is a dick and balls.
I mean, naturally. Of course it is. All right. Number 6. Dude, I love Jack Black. I love Tenacious D. They're just a bunch of fun guys, man.
La 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 lava, cha 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 chicken. Steve's lava chicken and it's tasty as hell.
No, you're done. You're done.
We've literally listened to that song like probably 37 times in the last 20 hours.
Yeah, let's not do that ever again.
Oh my God.
It's enough everywhere already.
I can't help it, dude.
Oh god, dude. Toby even told me that his Revenge of the Sith at the theaters was ruined by somebody yelling chicken jockey in the theater.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I'll let him tell the full story, but it was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't ruined, but it's just one of those things that, like, it's fucking everywhere now. It's just all over the goddamn place, but...
God damn.
Anyway, number 6, correct? Yes, number 6. I feel like we're also going to be talking about again. Was released March 27th, 2012. It is Amaryllis by Shinedown. I listened to the living shit out of this album. I remember when I first got it, I was mowing the lawn, and I was dying. Like, my allergies were killing me. I was just finished. I just was like, I want to go inside. I'm done with this shit. And this album got me through that day, dude. I was on the verge of breaking down. I could barely breathe. I was sneezing, coughing, and shit the whole time. There's just pollen all over the place, cut grass all over the place. I just wanted to be inside. I was so pissed off. I was hot and sweaty. And my only reprieve was this album. I remember it like it was yesterday. But yeah, Bully, I think, was the big single off of this one. It was playing everywhere.
Yeah.
Literally every radio station under the sun, including the ones that don't play Shinedown, were playing this song. Enemies, My Name. Yeah, I mean, this album's pretty solid all the way through. It's definitely not my favorite Shinedown album, but it's a pretty solid album all the way through. And I've definitely gone back and listened to Enemies and Bully and Nowhere Kids and shit, like, since this album's released, for sure. I know I have. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Bully's in a couple of my playlists. I think My Name is also in a couple of my playlists. So, but for the sake of us probably talking about this again, I'll keep that one short as well. But number 6, Amaryllis by Shinedown.
Okay. All right, number 5. This album was released October 2nd, 2012. And this singer finally has returned to the band. I am talking about 3 Days Grace, and the album is The Transit of Venus. Yeah, this album, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I hate the song Chalk Outline. I fucking hate that song. It's
probably literally the only song on the album that I actually liked.
What? For real?
Yeah, Misery.
Oh my God.
Misery Loves My Company, I think, or whatever that song was called. That one was halfway decent. I don't know. I just didn't like it, dude. This whole album was just kind of a miss for me. I like Chalk Outline, but again, they played it fucking everywhere. You could not get away from it. Like, no matter what you tried.
It was like, and I could be wrong on my numbers, it was number 1 for like 18, like I think it was either 16 or 18 weeks on the Billboard mainstream rock charts. And I was like, how? Like,
dude, I remember days where Bully from the new Shinedown album was playing alongside Chalk Outline, like back to back. You could scrub both of those songs from existence, and they would still be played somehow. I was like, dude, what are we doing?
Okay, but anyways, yeah, Chalk Outline blows, regardless of what anybody else says. But Sign of the Times starts off slower, but then once it fucking hits, it literally, you're like, yeah. Even though Adam's kind of hitting some fucking notes that, like, it seems like his vocal range is getting a little bit shaky in Sign of the Times, I still love it. High Road was an alright radio single. Misery Loves My Company, thought that was good. Has a great Michael Jackson cover of Give In to Me.
Maybe I need to just go back and re-listen to it. It's been a long time, but I just remember when it came out. I was just not that impressed. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say, you know, what's the worst that could happen? You finally realize Chalk Outline sucks. I've saved you.
Well, I mean, I haven't listened to Chalk Outline all that much since then either. I'm just saying that's the only song I remember listening to and liking off the album.
Listen to it.
Yeah, I'll go back.
Listen to it.
Dude, I just need to go back and listen to the whole damn album. Just so get a little refresher, you know what I'm saying?
But I would still say, I think my favorite song on the album is probably Happiness, though. Because it just kind of has, like, it's a faster pace song, and I might be messing up some of the chorus, but it's like, happiness, straight from the bottle. And I was like, hey! Because, of course, I was a drunk at that time.
Naturally.
But, yeah, it's not 3 Days Grace's best album by any means. But it is definitely better than the I believe it was 2 albums that came after it, because just was not the fucking same. But,
yeah. This was the last one with this was the last one with Adam, wasn't it? Before he returned. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit. After Adam left, I was like, all right, well, guess I'm not listening to 3 Days Grace anymore.
Yeah.
And they started releasing singles, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely not listening to 3 Days Grace anymore.
I was gonna say some of the singles I'm okay with, but the albums as a whole, they just sucked. Like, oh man, yeah. It don't hit the same. But yeah, number 5, Transit of Venus by 3 Days Grace, and Meg kind of freaked me out right there. because like I said, I'm tired and out of it, and I saw something moving on like in your screen, and I thought it was like in my world, and I was like, the fuck?
The world's ending. Remember, the aliens are coming. The fucking simulation's being cracked. We're all kinds of fucked right now. We're talking about 2012. We shouldn't be.
Yeah, God.
All right.
But anyways,
Number
continue.
5 was released August 27th, 2012. It is a band I recently seen, like a month ago. It is Unsung Heroes by Ensiferum. This album took a little while, I'm not going to lie, to grow on me. I listened to it back when it released, was not impressed, didn't listen to it again until I think it was... Well, I'm sure I listened to a couple of the songs since then, but I had not gone back and listened to this whole album all the way through until I was working at Amazon. And I remember I was just going on an Ensiferum binge, and I was listening to all of their albums all the way through because I just wanted to listen to a couple of the ones that I had not listened to all that much, or the ones that I had missed because they've got a decent amount of albums. And upon my recent visit to this album, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Burning Leaves is super fun. Unsung Heroes is super fun. I found a newfound love for In My Sword I Trust, even though that song, when it came out, I was like, okay, I'm not a fan of this. This is pretty boring, but I love it now. And then singing it along with the band live also made me love it even more. It's just a fun song. Yeah, the album's just fun. It's a fun song, or a fun album, and it's got that classic Ensiferum vibe, but it definitely has its own uniqueness and stamp. You know, it's not a copy and paste. Like, their most recent album, in my opinion, was definitely just a copy of stuff that they've done a million times before, and I was just pretty disappointed, honestly. But this one definitely has its place amongst Ensiferum's albums, for sure. I enjoy this album a lot. Definitely will listen to it again. Yeah. I think that was, what, number 5? Number 5, Unsung Heroes by Ensiferum.
Okay. Number 4, released March 27th, 2012. We have got Amaryllis by Shinedown.
Nice.
I'm going to mirror some of what you were saying about Ensiferum. This album took a while for me. Not even going to sugarcoat it. I don't know why. I just had some kind of level of hate for Shinedown at this point in time, and I don't fully understand why I did. Because Bully, I remember it being announced, and I was like, oh shit, we gotta check this out, new Shinedown. And I was like, okay, the music's rocking. And then lyrically, I was like,
all you'll ever be is a faint memory of a bully.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was like bullied like back in the day that like this did not fucking hit for me at all. Like I don't know if they were intending like, hey, yeah, the kids who get bullied, this is your anthem. It's like, no, this did the fucking opposite. I still to this day do not like the song. Like,
I think it just came off. It came off really corny. I think if it would have came out like in 2000 or like in the 90s or something, it probably would have hit different. But because it came out in fucking 2012, I think it was just corny. It just came out kind of cheesy, and that's probably why. Because I've heard other people say that. I've heard other people say the same thing you've said, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Musically, it is fucking sound and it is good. Like they could change the lyrics and just like they could sing about getting donkey punched on fucking Saturday night. Like, it would be a massive improvement. But okay, I've started off the last two by bitching about the lead singles off of the albums, but Adrenaline,
trash, bully, trash.
Yeah, Adrenaline though is a fucking banger. I still fucking love that song. Title track is Amaryllis is great. Enemies was used as the theme song for WWE Raw for like a couple years. One song that a lot of people don't talk about, and even when I listened to this album and hated the majority of it, I'm not even gonna lie, the one song that like I was like, okay, this is one of my favorite Shinedown songs is For My Sake. because I was like, okay, this feels like old Shinedown.
Yeah.
Not whatever they were going for, but like at that time. But like I said, I've came around to this, and I really enjoy this album. I'll put on "I'll Follow You" just to tease Karen. Is that a moth?
Yeah, it's a little baby moth. Get out of my face.
Eat it.
It might just go in my mouth.
That's what she said.
Shut up.
But yeah, like I like the song "I'll Follow You." Karen absolutely hates it, so I'll just put that on just to kind of pester her. So that's fun. Also, last song I'm gonna mention, and this is actually from the Japanese edition, was "Diamond Eyes."
Oh yeah, Diamond Eyes is fun.
Oh man, just a fucking banger and a half.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Diamond Eyes.
Yeah, not my favorite Shinedown album, but over time, it did definitely become a good album.
Yeah, so. No, I feel that. It was definitely a weird turn for Shinedown, I think. Sonically, I think it just sounded very odd for Shinedown, but
it gets weirder the further we go down the rabbit hole.
Oh, good.
But yeah, number 4, Amaryllis by Shinedown.
All right. Number 4. We have got an album that was released October 16th, 2012. It is the Death Album 3 by Death Clock. Death Clock, Death Clock, Death Clock, Death Clock. We obviously lead with I Ejaculate Fire, because why wouldn't we?
I ejaculate fire.
When I seen these guys live, it was this tour. It was the tour for this album. And I'm pretty sure they opened with I Ejaculate Fire, and they had the music video playing on this big monitor in the back. And it was just a beautiful moment. It was just a beautiful moment in my history. It definitely a vault memory for sure. It's just locked in there forever, and will never go.
That riff is just so fucking sick.
Dude.
Oh, God.
These guys have no right being as good as they are for a parody band. Their music is legitimately just really fucking good.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is not to love about Death Clock, for one? 2, this album is a banger and a half. But Impeach God, Biological Warfare, Sky Hunter, dude, this whole album is just a banger. I do think that I got to go with the generic I Ejaculate Fire being my favorite song on this album, but dude, come on now.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
If anybody wants to bitch about that, fuck off. That's all I have to say.
If anybody has to bitch about that, they haven't heard the song, clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else is there to say? The Death Album 3 by Death Clock, number 4.
All right, number 3. This album was released January 24th, 2012. We've got Resolution by Lamb of God.
Nice.
Yeah, this album, I don't know why it took me a little bit longer to get into. Like Wrath, I fell right into Wrath. This one, I don't know why. It just took a little bit longer, but then once it did, holy shit, man. Like, Straight for the Sun, I know it's like 2.5 minutes, but it just walks right into Desolation, which is a fucking banger and a half. And of course, Ghost Walking is probably the only reason that I legitimately bought Guitar Hero Live, because I wanted to play that shit on 6
What a fucking banger of a song, dude. Ghost Walking is probably one of my favorite Lamb of God songs on the earth, like that they have ever put out. It is so good.
So good. And then a couple more I'll mention. The Undertow and the number 6 always fucking it's Lamb of God. Like
King Me also, I think, was just kind of a underrated thing. I don't know how many people enjoy that song as much as I do, but I enjoy King Me a lot.
No, the album as a whole is fucking good.
Oh, dude, album's a banger for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you mention Resolution by Lamb of God, because that's my number 3. So.
Hell yeah. I knew it was coming at some point.
Yep, January 24th, 2012. Resolution. I just wanted to jump in there because we were already talking about it. But yeah, I agree with Derek. Album's a banger. Ghost Walking is a fucking bop and a half. I remember after I put my new speakers in my van when I lived in Virginia. Ghost Walking is one of the first songs that I was bumping down the fucking the street with my new speakers and stuff, and I was just driving around town blasting Lamb of God. But dude, so damn good. But yeah, number 3, Resolution by Lamb of God.
I would say we had the same number 3.
It's good stuff, man. It's so damn good.
Okay, number 2, released October 22nd, 2012. I am talking about The House of Golden Bones Part 1 by Stone Sour. Oh, dude. Like, everything you said, yeah.
It's good stuff, man.
I listened to this album so many fucking times, dear God. And then just knowing that in a few months, in 6 months, I believe, that we were getting a part 2. Oh, God, I ate all this shit up. Gone Sovereign probably is my favorite song on the album, just because I love just the dun, and then just the way the song progresses, and then it hooks you, and then before you know it, boom, 90 and a 55.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, freaking, what else do we got? RU486. Awesome. I love Tired. Tired was a great fucking song on the album. Absolute Zero. Banger as well. Last of the Real. And then both parts of The Travelers I really enjoy. Because, you know, when Corey's getting a little bit softer, it's going to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Every fucking time. Like,
damn near every single time, for sure.
But, yeah, something tells me we will be talking about Stone Sour in our 2013 list as well.
Will we now?
We might. But, yeah, number 2, House of Golden Bones, Part 1 by Stone Sour.
Hell yeah. Dude, yeah, I remember listening to this shit out of Influence of a Drowsy God, like, a lot. Well, the whole album, but that song always stuck out to me for some reason, but... okay, number 2. Released May 15th, 2012. It is Fire from the Sky by Shadows Fall. This is the first album that I had ever heard by these guys. It's actually funny. It's a really dumb story, but I remember when, and this is before I was stupid into Trivium. This is stupid before I knew about these guys, obviously, because this is the first album I had known by these guys. But another borrowing music from the internet mishap on my end, and I had borrowed a Trivium album off of this site, and I had never listened to it before. So to my eyes, it was a Trivium album, right? And I put this song called The Unknown on one of my mix CDs that I would play just to listen to some new stuff in my van. And it opens up. If you've never heard this song before, Derek, you have to go listen to this song, The Unknown by Shadows Fall. You will immediately be like, okay, yep, I'm listening to this album. It's fucking awesome. Just that opening riff from The Unknown, you're gonna want to listen to this album for sure. You will like it. I'm willing to bet. But yeah, The Unknown alone will get you into this shit. But anyway, I put this fucking song on there and I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh yeah, Trivium slaps. This is awesome, you know? And I don't know, a year later, I went over to Cody's or something, and I was like, hey, or this is when I was living with Cody, I think, at this point. I was like, hey, do you know that one Trivium song that opens up with that just crazy fast, electric guitar riff that's stupid techno? And he's over here Trivium? And I was like, yeah, it's on one of my CDs, I think. I don't remember the name of the song. I don't remember the name of the album. And I went through 10 of my CDs trying to find this fucking thing, because I didn't write the songs on every single song on my CDs. I put 18 of them bitches on there.
He looked at you like you were stupid.
Yeah, so I fucking played it, and he's like, dude, that's not Trivium, that's Shadows Fall. And I was like, oh, shit, okay, well, that's weird, because the internet that I borrowed this from told me that this was Trivium. But anyways, since then, obviously, I know this is Shadows Fall. The album's a banger. Obviously, I'm not a fucking noob Trivium fan anymore. I'm a hardcore Trivium fan. And, yeah, this album is amazing. 10 out of 10. I'm pretty sure this is in my 10s playlist. I don't think that There's a single song on this that I don't like, but Nothing Remains, banger. Save Your Soul, banger. The Unknown, obviously, banger. Just go listen to this album. If you want to check out Shadows Fall, this personally is where I would start. But yeah, number 2, Fire from the Sky by Shadows Fall.
Okay. All right. So before I jump the gun and just blurt out my number 1,
Honorable
let's
mentions,
do
Derek.
honorable mentions. And I do have a most disappointing album of the year.
Oh, good. Love that.
Okay. All right. So honorable mentions. We have got Dragon Force, The Power Within, Marilyn Manson, Born Villain, Spineshank, Anger, Denial, Acceptance, In This Moment, Blood, Nonpoint, Death Clock, Death Album 3, Linkin Park, Living Things, and Hoobastank, Fight or Flight. Interesting, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and most disappointing album.
Okay.
Band of Brothers by Hell Yeah.
Okay.
Because this album has become like my goalpost for if an album is sounding entirely way too fucking similar, this is what it's compared to. Because up until this point in my life, I had never started off with an album was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And then by the end of it, I was like,
what did we just listen to?
Yeah, it all sounds the exact fucking same. So much so that we couldn't it wasn't even noticeable breaks in the tracks or anything like that. It literally all bleeds together and sounds the exact same. And that was so disappointing because Hell Yeah is fucking awesome. But this album, it had, I think it was Drink, Drank, Drunk, which was a fun song, and Rage Burn, which I really like. But the rest of it, it's just all fucking no variation, no nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
easily the most disappointing album.
I don't think I've listened to it. I don't really listen to a lot of Hell Yeah, to be honest. I listen to a couple of their big songs, but that's about it. But that sucks. That sucks. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of honorable mentions from this year, but I have Daybreaker by Architects, L'Enfant Sauvage by Gojira, Life Cycles by The Word Alive, Transit of Venus by 3 Days Grace, The Parallax 2 Future Sequence by Between the Buried and Me, Time 1 by Wintersun, Silverthorn by Camelot, The Manticore and Other Horrors by Cradle of Filth, A War You Cannot Win by All That Remains, Vultures by Axe Wound, Matt Tuck's other project from Bullet from Valentine.
Yep.
And The Connection by Papa Roach. Now, most of these made it to my honorable mentions solely because there's 1 or 2 songs from these albums that I really, 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 really like. And then the rest of the album, I'm just or I just don't like the rest of the album at all. So, yeah, there's that. Other than Wintersun. Wintersun's Time 1 was pretty cool all the way through. It's just, it just wasn't better than the ones that I had in my 10s, or in my top 10. And probably I know Silverthorn by Camelot I listened to a decent amount, but again, just not enough to make a push into my top 10. And I believe Vultures as well was the other one that I was yeah, I listened to a decent amount, but not nearly as much as the rest of these, so.
I won't lie, one album that you did list off I had in my honorable mentions, but then I was like, no, fuck that band. I'm not going to talk about it.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah.
It may be All That Remains, A War You Cannot Win, if I had to make a little educated guess, but I don't know.
Could have been. It's more like an album that can't be good. Okay.
Oof. God.
Well,
damn.
okay, all I'm gonna say to you is stand up, stand up, stand up.
God. Okay, yeah.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
Okay. Say what you will about the album. Not Fading is awesome. I fucking love that song. I fucking love it. But again, the rest of this album, I don't know, man.
Stand up.
A War You
Stand
Cannot
up.
Win also
Stand
was
up.
all right, but the rest of this album, come on, dude.
Was this the album that had Down Through the Ages?
Yes, opening track.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway.
serious. Fucking moving on.
What you got? Number one.
Okay, number one. Now, this album is kind of sad for me because this is the last album that this band put out. And I've talked about them a lot. This album was released May 1st, 2012. I remember I had to break a car window out because I locked my keys in my car and I could not go get this album. But fuck that window. I'm talking about The Crux by Hurt.
Ah.
This album, when I say it's all over the place, don't take it as a bad thing. Take it as a, hey, it's not Band of Brothers by Hell Yeah. It has variation. They're like, the songs sound different. And even for Hurt, some of these songs sound a little more poppier, but it fucking works. Links and Waves, for instance, is literally like just over a minute. And that song is like, oh man, okay. The Seer is more like a pop-ish ballad. Works fucking great. The opening track, So When. I implore anybody that has been in a relationship ever that has ended badly to listen to So When. Because the chorus is like, you swore you'd die if you leave. Next line. So why are you still breathing?
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Oh, dude, it hits. And there are multiple times in the album, like, for instance, on So When, and I believe it's When It's Cold, when Jay Lauren is singing, I can feel this man's fucking pain through his delivery, and that makes it resonate with me. This album I listened to, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I listened to this album I listen to this album guaranteed at least once every 6 months. I fucking love this album. It's one of my favorite albums. And it just sucks Hurt is no more because they left us with such a great, what was it, four or five albums, and then now nothing. And I will forever wait for something new because I know it's going to fucking slap. It's going to slap your mama's titties. But anyways, The Crux by Hurt, number one album of 2012.
I just got to recoup from that because I was not expecting you to see that.
Yeah, that one kind of came out of nowhere. You know,
where did you get that one?
I came up with it.
I'm putting that on a shirt.
See, there we go. More shirt ideas. Merch coming soon.
Oh, fuck, dude. Jesus Christ. I still need to remember that one thing that you said from that one video that I keep saying would be awesome on a shirt, but I totally forgot what it was, but...
It's about Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Was it? Okay, I just need to go back and watch that episode, because I'll know it when I hear it, but... Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one. Released May 18th. 2012. It is Where the Corpses Sink Forever by Karok Angren. This album is a masterpiece. 10 out of 10. No skip album. I will listen to this entire album all the way through every single time without fail. I love it. And it even has some standout songs as well that I just listen to all the fucking time. Like Spectral Infantry Battalions, for example. Lingering in an Imprint Haunting. The Funerary Dirge of a Violinist. These Fields Are Lurking. Dude, this whole album, banger all the way through. If you like scary stories and like really fucked up World War II era type horror stories and shit, this is a concept album. Actually, I think it's World War One, not World War II, but contains World War One and World War II. Okay, so and the Vietnam War, just historical horror, I guess. It's a banger, dude. If you sit and like read the lyrics while you're like listening to it, it's creepy as all shit. It's horrifying. It's heavy as hell. It's stupid melodic in some bits. It's absolutely beautiful in other places, but it's just vile in other places, you know? So, Just a fun album, man. Just a fun album. Carrick Angren's a band that if like you really wanted to try to get into black metal, these guys are a good place to start because it's very melodic, very symphonic. There's lots of like atmosphere. It's not your just straight up blast beats like all the way through with the fucking tremolo picking really, really, really fast that you can't even like make out what the fuck is being played. It's not the really
intestine digesting shit.
Yeah, and like shrill shrieking vocals and stuff like that people can't really digest or anything. And I know that's kind of defeating the whole idea of what black metal was to begin with, but go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. And go listen to Carrick Angren. They're fun, man. They're fun, and they're just really cool guys. I've met Saragor. I waved to Ardek, but he was in the middle of a conversation, so I did not interrupt. And yeah, I'd love to see these guys live again. Love to check them out. Hey, enough. Go lay down. Anyway.
Laying the law down.
She's a menace. Yeah, number 1, Where the Corpses Sink Forever by Carrick Angren.
When I was typing it up, I actually typed Where the Corpses Stink Forever. My bad, I have corrected it.
Dude,
but
I bet you if you would tell that to Carrick Angren, like the band, they'd probably laugh at it because they're chill.
Yeah, because I typed it out and I was like, wait, that's fucking not right.
I mean, it's still true. Corpses probably still stink, so hey.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so collective top 10. You ready for it?
Hit me.
Number 10 with 5 points. We've got Tenacious D, Rise of the Phoenix.
Okay.
Number 9 with 6 points. Insephirum, Unsung Heroes.
Okay.
Number 8 with 6 points as well. We've got 3 Days Grace, Transit of Venus. Number 7 with 7 points. Death Clock, Death Album 3. Number 6 with 9 points. Shadows Fall, Fire from the Sky. Number 5 with 10, we have got The Crux by Hurt. Number 4, with 10 points as well, we have got Carrick Angren, Where the Corpses Sink Forever. Number 3 with 12 points, Shinedown, Amaryllis. Number 2 with 13 points, Stone Sour, The House of Golden Bones Part 1, which leaves number 1 with 16 points, Lamb of God, Resolution.
Nice.
So compared to the other two, well, oh yeah, I forgot. Last year was a 20 for 2011. 2010 was a 16 as well. So it's shaping up to be pretty good.
Hell yeah. Love that.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Well done, Lamb of God, for releasing some banger fucking albums, including Resolution in 2012.
Yeah. And Not Omens in 2023 or whatever.
And Not Omens. God, we don't have to talk about that.
Nope.
Anyway, thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you like this. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff. If you're listening to this on Spotify, let us direct you over to our YouTube channel where we've got a ton more stuff. And, yeah, check that stuff out as well. Derek makes some movie reviews and some game reviews as well. And I might even start streaming over there, so we'll see. Derek might start streaming at some point eventually as well on there, so
yeah,
keep an eye out for that. But if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you go and check out our Spotify as usual. Let us know down in the comments below what were your top 10 albums of 2012, and we'll see you next time. Peace.